elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Noles will kick it away first. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Panthers offense will start this game off. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback...
There he goes! He's inside the 40, the 20, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Panthers.
That is how you start a football game. My guy's really fast, really good. I'm going to feature him, give him the football, and he will do the rest. One play, one superstar, one touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Florida State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And, man, that's a great job by this defense, using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score. They get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
Got it in the middle. It's Lewis. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Back to pass. Safe completion on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They picked up an explosive play on a running back screen.
As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas. And
turning it on! They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. He wants to throw it. Going for 6. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He's stopped. Not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the run.
Only in the hops. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection, and that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
From the gun, running back on the move. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Turner. Breaks the tackle. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Finds his man, it's Lewis. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains, it's at the 22. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
The QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open.
And it's picked off right at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Makes the catch. It's Mason. Out of bounds, stop just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Pitt pushing the base.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Third down play from the gun. He's got it. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Leaves it with the back. That's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
The one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Third and long. He's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Panthers! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Lost, the defense is wide open. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of the game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that,
reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason is we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it's Seagal. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Makes the catch. It's Martin. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Hit right back to the line. Looking to throw again. Makes the catch. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. From the gun, running back gets to give. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to go up top on first down. Going over the top. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the grab on the left. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll try to pop the draw. Into the end zone he goes.
nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Sends it downfield. Brings it in down the left side. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. That's caught. It's Seager. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Had it in his hands for the score and let him fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Mason. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Panthers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He's got it on the run. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
They'll open this 3rd quarter with a run. Got the first down and more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Turner. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Toss to the outside. He breaks a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long.
Let's go!
Off play action. Got it on the outside. It's Cunningham. And the Noles come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Lewis. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Wants to throw it. Got his man quickly. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He's got it on the move. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Florida State. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page, coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. A built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Pitt pushing the pace.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long.
He's got it inside the 30. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Turner. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Caught close to the marker. It's Turner. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just
there we go. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds his man. It's Lewis. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They're testing the right side here. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Noles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll leave it with the lone back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Trying play action. That's caught. It's Cunningham. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's out the 22. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Throwing right. It's caught. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the...
Touchdown, Seminoles! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
He'll bring it out. really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Pitt right back to the line. Give to the running back. And he's still running after the move. Smacks him with the stiff arm. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. The Panthers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
They'll try the right side. Powers through the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Mason. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was...
Breaks into the open. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Across the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Seminoles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Looking for the goal line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here laid now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Just hammering it with this running back again, and he knows it's his way into the end zone. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Booker. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Working on the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Panthers want to move quickly. Just keep slinging it. Got the back over the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Booker. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. And they got to the line expeditiously. Spiked it and stopped the clock. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Tight end now in motion. Going to sling it on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Mason. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Panthers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score.
No gain on the play. It's now 2nd and goal.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Looking for the score. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Big kick here can claw them ever so closer to that lead, and the crowd trying to rattle this guy. And this one is perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catches of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset. But to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams. And that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good. And I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some